And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Today we will be talking about the Pan American Games, but before we get there, we have to talk about Gabby Douglas. Once again, Gabby Douglas has posted some videos or whatever, and once again, she looks great, but sis, we want to see you do some tumbling passes or some beam or a vault, girl. So she did a bad tuck, which was cute, but we want to see some harder skills from her at this point in time to make this comeback valid. Moving on to the Pan American Games. So let's start off with Team Brazil. Brazil is sending their exact same team they sent to Worlds, which is their strongest team. I didn't believe that Rebecca Andrade was going to do the all around, but they have sent training videos of her doing floor. So I'm assuming she is doing the all around at this competition. So I'm assuming her and Flavia are going to do the all around at this competition. We got to remember the format. The format at this competition is going to be the exact same format they used at Asian Games, whereas qualifications was going to determine the team finals. So we will see who will be the all around champion from this Pan American game. I think it have some big implications for the Americans, but I do think the Brazilians want to come out here and show the strongest team possible, show that they are going to be contention for the Olympic Games, and show that Rebecca Andrade, without Simone Biles, is the most dominant gymnast in the world. And moving on to dominant gymnast, Jordan Chiles should be the USA leading all-around gymnast coming into this Pan American Games. Jordan Chiles really needs to have the competition of her life to prove her value and her worth moving on through next year and through the trials. I really think Jordan Chiles need to come in second place behind Rebbie at this competition. And also Zoe Miller. Zoe Miller has to show up and show out at this competition. She just can't go up there and qualify through to bars finals. She really needs to win bars at this competition to prove her value going through to the Olympic Games, because Charlize did great at Worlds, but she was not the World's Bars champion. I think Zoe can make a case for herself. You know, Suni is probably not going to be around. Gabby is here, but, you know, that's a lot of hopes and dreams. While Zoe is here, and Zoe does have the skills and is in training. So I think Zoe can really make some separation for herself at this Pan American Games. I also think Zoe should really, and I hope Team USA use Zoe on another event. I think her being used on another event also will help solidify her, set herself up for the next season. Now let's talk about the team as a whole. The team as a whole is comprised of Jordan Chiles, Kayla DeCello, Kalia Lincoln, Zoe Miller, and Tiana. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. So this is how I expect lineups to go, because there is no team finals. There's just qualifications. So it's going to be 4 up, 3 counts, 5 people on the team. I expect vault it to be Kayla DeCello, Tiana, Jordan, Kalia. I think Jordan is going to try to do 2 vaults here. I hope Jordan tries to do 2 vaults here. And then we're going to bars. I think bars is going to be Tiana, Kayla DeCello, Jordan Chiles, Zoe Miller. I think we go over to balance beam. I think the lineups is going to be Kayla DeCello, Jordan Chiles, Kalia Lincoln, and the anchor is going to be Tiana. And I think we're going to floor. I think the floor exercise workers are going to be Tiana, Kayla, Kalia, Jordan. So that means I think Team USA are using the all-around Jordan Chiles, Kayla DeCello, and Tiana. I think Kalia Lincoln is going to be used on 3 events, which is vault, floor, and balance beam. And I think Zoe Miller is just going to be used for bars. Even though I just said I hope Team USA use Zoe for other events other than bars. So let's talk about the Mexicans. The Mexicans have also decided to send their strongest team to the Pan American Games. Do I think they're challenging for gold or silver? No, but I really think they're going to put the pressure on Team Canada for the bronze medal here. I think Alexis Moreno clearly is going to qualify through to vault and floor finals, and probably, well, Rebecca is here and Jordan is here, so it's going to be very close for the vault and title at this Pan American Games. Again, Rebecca is here, Zoe is here, so I think bars is going to be very tight. Being Rebecca is here, all of the Americans here is going to be tight. Rebecca and Flavia is here. Oh, Flavia is also here. Going back to being Rebecca and Flavia is also here. So I think this Pan American Games might be a better competition than Worlds, actually. Depending on who Canada, I still don't know who Canada is sending, but Ellie Black might come to this Pan American game still. That's still a possibility, I think. And speaking of possibilities, the last person I want to talk about at this Pan American game is Lindsey Brown. As we know, Lindsey Brown just missed the cutoff for qualifying through to the Olympic Games at the World Championships, and what she needed to do was beat some of the Icelandic gymnasts so she could get the nominative spot through to the Olympic Games. Well, that did not happen. So now, in order for her to get her spot through the Olympic Games, she has to prove to the Olympic Committee that she's trying in every way, shape, form possible to win a spot on her own through to the Olympic Games. If she does and still doesn't qualify, because Haiti doesn't have a team, she still could get a spot, the very last spot through to the Olympics. We think it's between her and the Icelandic gymnast, so it's very crucial that we watch to see what Lindsey Brown does here at the Pan American Games, because she could theoretically earn her spot through to the Olympic Games from this competition. So thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys again real soon.